name is Sheila, and I'm the host of Podcast with Sheila. This is a podcast that is sharing positivity around the world by sharing real life experiences. So what we actually do is to host special guests who would share their positive life experiences on our platform to inspire and encourage others. All we are saying is, if someone was able to do Podcast with Sheila was a vision I received on my hospital bed in 2019, early 2019. That was when I was diagnosed with sepsis. Now, I had sepsis as a result of a miscarriage that was not treated properly in the hospital. Even though we had insisted on an evacuation process to get the remains of the miscarriage out, this was not done. So I bled for a while after 2 weeks and passed out, and the ambulance picked me up. Then I was sent to the hospital and the flow of the blood was made to stop. I was discharged and taken home. At this point, I still insisted. So they sent me home telling me that the remains of the miscarriage will pass out in my next cycle. So I was waiting for my cycle to come, only for me to be diagnosed with sepsis after being rushed to the hospital and passing out again the second time. Now, this was a serious issue. If you know of sepsis, you know that not everybody who gets diagnosed with sepsis comes out alive. So at this point, I'll say I'm entirely grateful to God that I am still alive. But it's whilst on this hospital bed that I was impressed to share my stories. So in 2019, when I came out of the hospital, I had to heal. I remember, I think my fourth day at the hospital, my heart nearly stopped working. And this sent the hospital team into serious action to get my heart rate to pick up again. I was sent into intensive care, and whilst on my intensive care, that was when I was impressed to share my stories so that people would know that if others were able to do it, you can do it. Now, whilst on the intensive care bed, I said to myself, I'm not dying yet. And those were the little prayers I kept saying to myself, but I'm not dying yet because my purpose on earth has not even started. So my life cannot be snapped out at this point yet. And with the belief and the faith in God, I came out. So after a while, after healing, when I came out, I started sharing my messages on podcast. Then a woman reached out to me and told me she wanted to also share her story on my podcast. And this was how spreading positivity around the world and extending the whole podcast generally to the globe happened. If you're listening to me, I'd like to say a very big thank you for spending time to listen to me share this little story of encouragement about myself. I want to tell you that whatever situation you find yourself in at the minute, don't let yourself down. You have the power to be able to come out of it. Listen, others have come out of worse situations than yours. Trust me, sometimes you may be in a situation and you think that yours is worse, but others have come out of worse situations and they are making it work for them. They are living life to the fullest and enjoying all the benefits of it. So don't wallow yourself in sorrow and don't let yourself down. Know that whatever it takes to be able to come out of it, if you make up your mind to come out of it. If you need words of more motivation, stories to inspire you, to empower you to know that you can also make it, you can follow our channels on YouTube. Just search for Podcast with Sheila on YouTube and you'll find us. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast. We are all on those channels. You can find us on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. We are on all the social media platforms. Just subscribe so that you will be notified when a new episode is about to come out. You can also check out all the stories we've done in the past, and trust me, you will be inspired. Thank you very much for listening, and until we meet again, have a brilliant